Before I started my lead gen company, I ran a content writing agency for 3 years where I hired 60 people, fired 42, and operated with 18 amazing employees for more than 2 years. And I'm here to tell you that most people hire talent the wrong way because they use one process for every type of position. By the end of this video, you will learn the difference between hiring creative talent and hiring dependability. First off, there are two types of hires, and you absolutely cannot treat them the same way. First is the creative hire, and this is for roles that require a lot of independent thought, like writers, high-level VAs, and video editors. You want these people to make their own decisions on a day-to-day basis and be autonomous in 3 or 6 months. And here's exactly how you hire them. You want to hire them completely raw. You give them a task for a week and you don't give them an SOP or a guideline. And you want to just observe their natural instincts and see if they take initiative. The good ones will ask questions as soon as possible until they're happy and then will go to work. And the best ones will ask great questions. Look out for those. What you want to do here is to reward mistakes and to punish repetitive mistakes. Making mistakes is good in this position because it means they are trying new things. And your only rule here is you can make any mistake once, but they should never repeat the same mistake again. When they mess up, correct them, tell them it's fine, and see if it happens again. I normally fire someone when they repeat the same mistake 3 times every 5 cycles. And a cycle means whatever you ask them to do. So if it's a writer, it's writing scripts. When it's a video editor, it's 5 videos. When it's a VA, it's 5 repeated things. When they make the same mistake 3 times over 5 cycles, that usually means they don't have the attention of detail of learning and they're not at the top of their game. During this 1 week paid trial where you test them for their raw talent, you also do the work yourself. Don't rely on their output at all, and so you have to do the exact same tasks they're doing so that at the end of the week you can compare their work to yours, and this takes all the pressure off of their performance and turns it into a pure learning experience. This also distances you from relying on them and getting emotional or angry when they turn over shit work. The goal in this phase is just to see the raw talent of these people. And if they're really good at their craft, if they really know what they're talking about, they can handle responsibility with no guidelines to fall back on, and most importantly, if they are professionals about it, meaning they own up to their mistakes and they deliver always on time, all you want to see is how skilled they are and how professional they behave. These are the A players who will eventually give you ideas that level up your business in 3 to 6 months, and you want them to be like a wolf. A wolf has instincts, a wolf will always challenge you, and they are deadly. The next kind of hire is called a guideline hire, and this is for roles that require consistency and simply following a process, like appointment setters, video clippers, or anyone doing a simple repetitive task. For these hires, being punctual and having the right attitude is more important than talent. You can completely forget talent in this regard because there's nothing worse than hiring someone that's talented who doesn't pull through, who you can't rely on. You can train anyone to do simple tasks, but you can't train someone to be punctual or have good work ethic. And you want to think of these guideline hires as butlers, like in movies. Their jobs are simple. They bring the coffee. Obviously, in remote work, there's no coffee. They get the files, they do the tasks, but they take it seriously and they do it on time every single time. The creative hire is a painter. You want to give these people the autonomy to create paintings of their own that you can then use, and their autonomy is valued because you want them to think for themselves and be creative. But the guideline hire is the person who mixes the paint and gives the paint to the painter. If there is no paint, the painter cannot paint. So if the guideline hire can't apply the paint consistently, the entire creative process falls apart. So for guideline hires, their tasks are simple, but it's the foundation of everything else. And this is how you hire them. You want to provide simple SOPs, give these people clear guidelines, video tutorials, and give them one task at a time. And their job is just to follow the instructions. This might sound intense, But you should also have a daily check-in call when training these guideline hires, because it's the best way to build a relationship with someone that's usually doing a simple and unfulfilling task, which is setting or clipping, right? The reason why a call is important is because you need to see their face and gauge if they are genuinely happy to be a part of the team. Creatives absolutely do not need this. In fact, a daily meeting will make most creatives anxious, so don't do it. But for guideline hires, this daily connection is how you nurture them and ensure they feel valued. You can think of a guideline hire as a security guard in a facility. And if you're the CEO, when you walk up in that morning and you greet them and say good morning and shake their hand, ask them a little bit about how their day is going, and you do that every day for 7 days straight, to a guideline hire, that's a level of attention, a level of respect, a level of care they've never ever had from a CEO before. And you're going to see if they actually enjoy working in the team or not. Because for a guideline hire, their presence, punctuality, attitude, and just being present at all times, being ready to respond, is the most important thing. Here's a checklist for hiring both of these positions. If you're looking for a creative role, you want to see skill and professionalism. These people don't have to reply to you after 5 minutes, but they have to reply. And when they do reply, they have to show what they've made with the lost time. They have to be like, hey, sorry, boss, 2 hours ago I didn't reply, but it's only because I was working. And in fact, you don't want these people to reply anyway, and I'll show you why later. For the guideline roles, like simple VAs, what all you care about is how punctual they are and if they're happy to be on the team and if they have a good attitude. To hire them with a creative role, it's a 1 week raw trial. There's no SOPs. You want to see how the raw talent looks like. And for a guideline role, you want to do daily check-in calls and test their ability to follow simple instructions on time, all the time. Now here's the controversial part. CEOs always want people to reply because they've been burned by the bad hire who doesn't reply and is actually not working, right? But here's why that's a problem that you cannot force on new hires and you can't blame on new hires. Because punctuality is not a universal virtue and it's not something everyone can do. Demanding that everyone reply to you is about your ego and it's about you not trusting the team. You're supposed to hire people who are better than you, and that means giving them the space to flourish and not tying them to your response time. Creative people especially need to be selfish because they have to not reply for 2 to 3 hours, so they stay in their flow state and finish a project, right? It's how they serve the company the best. And guideline hires are different. For guideline hires, these people are the heart of the organization, like the guard that greets you or the barista who smiles every morning. They find joy in doing a simple job perfectly and being a part of a team that's growing. They don't want to build something new. They want to do a good job. Say hi to their colleagues, be part of the party. These people are selfless individuals. And by definition of what being punctual means, they will drop whatever they're doing to reply to you. And for that role, for someone that does simple tasks, this punctuality is exactly what you want in the first place. Just don't expect everyone, like the creatives, to have the same punctuality. So if you found this video helpful, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed, liked, or commented on this video. If you want some more help on how to hire talent, you can message me on Instagram and I don't mind having a conversation with you. But if you think I'm here to be an HR in your team and help you hire people, I'm sorry to disappoint. I'm just sharing my experience. I have a lead gen company, and the only reason why I made this video is because I think it's a resource that will help coaches and agency owners, because it's a very common objection I've been getting when I'm talking to them, especially my current clients who had a hard time finding dependable setters and dependable closers. Because if you think about it, a closer is a creative role. You want these people to be killers with instinct, and a setter is someone you want to depend on. You want to wake up and know they're there. So yeah, if you found this useful, I'd appreciate all those three things. Subscribe, like, and comment. But if you've done that already, all I ask for you is to have a good day.